All right, everybody, Ugly Truckling's back. Was stuck for a while in Colorado. We've covered that. And right here, I've got roughly $6,000 worth of injectors. Now remember, I got a $12,000 estimate to fix this truck, and homie ain't having that, if you know what I mean, because that's far too much money. There were two different sets of injectors, the LB7s and the LLYs. And I wasn't sure what engine I had. It was the weekend, and what happens in the weekend, dealerships aren't open, so I had to order them. What do? I go online, GM Parts Direct. You saw that in the other video. GM Parts Direct, put in the VIN number. It gave me a part number for the injectors for this truck. You cross-reference those, and those were the LB7 injectors, which are these guys. And you could save money. The dealership wanted a lot of money, but these are effectively... You know what, I'm not going to open these because I'm getting my money back on these. They charge me a core charge of $175 an injector plus $1,600 for an injector. The dealership wanted like $4,500. So these are remanufactured, but plenty good. They give you a 100,000-mile warranty, et cetera, et cetera. I had no concerns there. However, since I ordered the wrong ones, because the dealership said, well, these are for the LB7, you got the LLY. Great, that would have been useful information. I had to then spend another $3,000. Actually, these were a little bit more expensive. These injectors were about $2,000, where those were $1,600. Obviously, this is what a used diesel injector looks like. Much more expensive than your standard injectors that you see. I don't know what it is about them that is gunked up, but I'm going to send these back. And now I'm into these two boxes here for two sets of injectors. It's like $3,700 total, plus two overnight shippings, plus two sets of core charges. So I paid an extra $175 times 16. So I'm about 6 G's into it. Net is going to cost me about $2,000, but I had to lay out the money for a minute, you know, proper minute. So step number one is getting these shits sent back. But that's how you don't just listen to a dealer and pay. Now, they said this thing was broken. I don't know what they broke on it, but this cost me $180, so I said, give me the old one. Oh, maybe right here. But that would have been cheaper if I ordered it through them. They wanted me to get the return lines of this, that, and the guy's like, you sure you want those? Because nobody ever orders those. And sure enough, I only paid for what I needed. So I'm out the door right now. Net will end up being $1,600 in labor plus $2,000 in parts, $3,600. I still got to do the glow plug. I still got to do the glow plug, and I got to do the map sensor and whatever, the bullshit. I think there was like a fuel filter or something like that. But I'll be out the door $4,000, $4,500, which is significantly less than $12,500. And also, it was significantly more than I wanted to spend, because honestly, I was not expecting to drop so much coin on a truck. And had I known the truck at 300,000 miles, it would have been a completely different attitude when I purchased it. We had to put this filter back on. The other one kept popping off. The truck was having some overheating in the desert, but it was also like 120 degrees out. The air filter that the truck drivers that went out with, they're like, oh, the air filter's not working, blah, 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 blah. And they thought the injectors were the issue, not the air filter. So they bought this air filter and put it on instead of the aftermarket one that's on here. And this thing kept popping off, and that would cause the truck to overheat for some reason. I don't know why. But then this thing melted, this like plastic thing. So this is a piece of garbage. But if it falls in that box and melts, it's pretty dang hot in there. This headlights, I don't like these headlights. They're like halogen. They take a minute to turn on and turn off. Those are gone. I got new headlights for it. I got new headlights and marker lights for the truck. The new bumper's going on. The paint is happening. Everything's happening right now. When I say painting it, I'm just going to make it look good from 10 feet, sort of like this side does. We're going to sandblast the bed, paint the bed, sandblast the side, the other side, paint the other side like this. So at least we'll have a white truck. I got a new tail light for the back. And what else do I have? And oh, and I ordered I scheduled to build another one of these because this truck sort of annoyed me. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with this, like going across the country shit and having my truck break down or run into an issue because it's got double the miles I thought it had. And so I'm getting a 2019 cab and chassis directly from, I don't know, Ford, GM, Dodge, anyone who's got a hookup on stuff like that. I just want a cab and chassis, 3,500 equivalent, that I'm then going to stretch, put this on. That's going to be the second week of October. And I'll have a nice new diesel truck with all the nice amenities and accoutrements that, that have come along. And the most important thing is I don't have to worry about the damn thing having any issues for the first couple of years, at least for the first 100,000 miles. So there you go. That's my truck update. It made it back. That's how I was able to fix it for a third of what I was quoted. So that's a lesson to you. Don't just go to a dealership and spend what they want. Only spend what you have to because you work hard for your money and you don't want to waste it. So, all right, let me get Jeff on the road here so we can get this thing done. And the last thing we're gonna have to do is paint and wrap. I should have just fallen, Jim, while you were recording. Then I can sue. This is the post office lot, so that's government. I'd be like, oh, I can't work anymore. My back's already screwed up from sleeping on the couch. But that would have been like, oh, cool, I'll get 10 trucks now because I can afford all of them. Long story short, Jeff's going to take care of it. Get her running, get her done, get her painted, and we're either going to get, you're going to have somebody paint it? What is that? That's garment. Oh, is that just cool? So you're going to paint this too, or you're just going to paint the bed?
I'm going to paint the bed, someone else is going to.
All right, so we're going to have somebody do this. It'll at least look a lot better than it is. Maybe we'll just give up on trying to paint the custom paint and just go to a straight up wrap, and I'll let Jeff wrap the Speed Force 1 on it. But this truck's been a trooper thus far. It's cost me a little bit of money. And when I say a little bit of money, we're talking 10 grand for that, plus a service, plus we're probably into it for like $14,000. The truck's probably worth about $14,000. That's not, that's including the bed, so it's about $5,000 in service or $4,000 in service. The bed you have to factor in, costs money. So I've spent a third of the value of the truck thus far trying to recondition it. But soon it'll also have an espresso machine. Catch you next time. Thank you for watching. There's your ugly truckling update. Thank you for everybody that spotted the truck coming across the country and sent me messages. Your stickers are on your way. See you guys tomorrow.